Hello and welcome back to another mail day video, and the heat is absolutely destroying me right now, so not having the fan on is like torture. So we'll try and get through this one fairly quickly, but I have a fairly big, sizable package from Amazon here, Amazon Prime, which I'm cancelling in a couple of days. I don't know why I'm even bringing that up, but anyway, so this is a box of Last Jedi goodness. I've been on a little bit of a Last Jedi kick recently. I've been doing a thread on Twitter, and if you don't follow me on Twitter, I'm fairly active on there movie-wise. That's kind of all I really talk about and stuff. So if you're kind of realizing and noticing that I'm not posting much on YouTube, then you can follow me on Twitter. I'm usually fairly active on there every day. But about a year and a half ago, I started a thread on Twitter called The Beautiful Frames of The Last Jedi. Now, if you're unfamiliar, The Last Jedi is one of my favorite films. We'll kind of just leave that there. But I mean, from this mail day unboxing video, that surely is the case anyway. But I was going to do this thread called The Beautiful Frames of The Last Jedi, where I'd go through the film chronologically and pick out the best looking shots, in the vein of like Twitter accounts like One Perfect Shot. Although these wouldn't be perfect shots, just shots that I really liked and thought were particularly nice in terms of the color or the framing, the composition, and eventually even the acting. And so this thread has morphed over the past year and a half into something where I'm pretty much going through the film shot by shot and just giving you my thoughts on little micro moments of the film. I mean, I'm trying to pick shots that look really nice and cool, but also just stuff like the acting, the characters, the story, and things like that. So I'm really enjoying doing it. It's taking quite a while, and I've been back on, because I've been doing it intermittently, obviously, for the past year and a half, but now I've really picked up getting back into it, and I'm now like 300-ish kind of posts into that thread. Anyway, so that whole kind of rebooting, I suppose, of the Last Jedi thread that I'm doing on Twitter has really reignited my love for the film in thinking about it. And so I listened to the Rian Johnson audio commentary again, and there's been a lot of interactivity on the thread. It's been picking up a lot of steam. The initial post has 100 likes now, so people are seeing it, retweeting it, and so it's nice to see that. Notifications coming in. Rian Johnson has liked a few of them now. Mark Hamill's liked a few of them. He even replied to one of them, which is probably my favorite internet moment of all time, when Luke Skywalker replied to me with the gif of Luke doing the salute from Return of the Jedi. It doesn't really get much better than that for me. Anyway, so you can go check out that thread if you want, but in the meantime, and right now what this video is supposed to be about, and it's been a while since I've done a mail day video, so I thought it was about time I kind of did one. We're going to dive into this box right here, which I've already pre-opened. Here's one I opened earlier, and I have a few books related to The Last Jedi. So the best way to do this probably is to keep it there. You can't see where I'm pointing. This is a shambles of a video. I'm going to put it down here next to the microphone, which is probably going to cause some disturbance with the microphone. I'm apologizing for the audio in advance. So we've got some packing paper, plastic, I don't know what you can call that. So I have three things here. One I've wanted ever since it came out. One which I'll start with actually. And let's take a look. Oh wow, this is great. Okay, so this is the Star Wars The Last Jedi movie storybook. So this is essentially a kid's version of the story, as far as I'm aware. And what it has is basically a version of the story that is very easily digestible and has really nice, it's all artwork as far as I'm aware. Yes, it's all been, oh, this is just... So some beautiful stuff here, I think. And as a big fan of the movie, honestly, this was just about getting some of this artwork. I mean, there's some really, really nice stuff here. Maybe I'll film like a little cutaway so you can see more of what I'm looking at, because obviously I can't really show you up close very well where I'm sitting right now. But yeah, it was mainly just to get the artwork. This was like £2, you know, a nice hardback book with a lot of these incredible moments from the film. Painted in beautiful detail, but oh my god, that's a stunning piece there with Luke and Yoda, one of my favorite moments of the film. So yeah, I mean, just seeing the cover of the book, I kind of was interested, but you know, it's mainly for the artwork, and for, you know, a couple of pounds to get some really nice pieces of artwork, some here in like full page spread, was really a big draw for the film. In fact, I want to see how they've rendered Luke's final moments, because that is, oh man, this is just... Actually, they haven't really done the twin sunset moment, which is a shame, actually. I felt like that's something they could have done a really nice piece on, unless they've left it right until the end. No, they haven't, but there is a really nice shot of Luke and Kylo there when Luke is fading away. So, you know, nice and cheap, and okay, this is cool. So I'm going to take the sleeve off. This is a really nice detail. I like that a lot. So this is underneath the dust jacket. You get this full kind of spread. If I open up the book, you can kind of see it. Oh, the Battle of Crate. So yeah, the storybook. I just, you know, I'm not going to get much out of the actual story being told, but I really wanted the nice artwork and stuff. Anyway, so next up is kind of in the same vein, and this is the graphic novel adaptation of The Last Jedi. See if I can get it's a very glossy cover, so it's hard to get it without glare. But this collects the, I believe, 6 issues, written by Gary Whitta, Michael Walsh, and Michael Spicer, which adapts the film into comic book form, graphic novel form. So this is really about experiencing the story in quite a, you know, a comic book style. And I really liked some of the frames that I've seen of this and the kind of pages. So I really did want to check it out, and it looks really cool. So this is something I will be reading and actually kind of re-experiencing the story through. And I have seen there's not so much differences, but there's just like a few little tweaks here and there to kind of make additions to things, which I think are pretty cool. You know, like you get the actual description of Luke's death scene in kind of the small panels. But yeah, this is something that I really want to pick up. I love the cover as well. So those are two kind of cheap things that I thought I would add to the collection. But the main event here is the, and I'm really happy about this because I've seen this in stores so many times, in shops. I've seen it in shops so many times, namely HMV and also Waterstones. And the dust jacket has always been like hanging off the book. Like, I don't understand what people do to it. I think it's the people who pick it up to look at it and then just shove it back down. And I hate that because, you know, I think it was on sale at one point in HMV, but the dust jacket was just it was ripped, torn down the spine. And this one is in perfect condition, and it is the art of The Last Jedi. So this is like the main event for me. This is, oh my god, look at this. Awesome. This is one of these big, thick kind of coffee table books. And I know there was one for The Force Awakens. Kind of intrigued by that one, but this was really the one for me. And, you know, the film is the one for me, really. So, yeah, this is all about the concept art of the film from pre-production. So this is when the film was kind of written and designs needed to be made and so on and so forth. And this goes down to stuff like characters, but also to locations and things like that. And you get these beautifully rendered concept art pieces. I mean, some of them are much different than others. Some of them are more impressionistic. Some of them are digital pieces and renderings and things like that. But it's also a written book. There's a lot of information about the thought process of the design. I mean, you have like a little piece here about Snoke's slippers, you know, and Snoke's ring, you know. So there's lots of things that kind of give you additional behind the scenes information on the film. So it's not just, you know, okay, this is what the concept art was. There's a lot of actual written word here. I forget the guy's name, Phil something. I follow him on Twitter, but yeah, he wrote this book and kind of went deep into all the kind of the pre-production side and little tidbits and things. I mean, as you can see, there's actually a fair bit of written word in the book. So this is another thing that I've seen a lot of pieces from online. Even this, you get like storyboards actually from the Battle of Crate, and also like a little map drawn out of where the battle is kind of, you know, taking place. I mean, it's a fairly simple battle, but, you know, it kind of draws the lines a little bit. Oh man, you just get like gorgeous pieces like that. Just brilliant. This is the stuff that I really love, and will be flicking through and enjoying over and over again, I would imagine. And oh man, this is absolutely gorgeous. So there we go. That's pretty much it. There's not too much more I can tell you. I would like to see if I can find this, because I've seen this one piece of concept art online, which I thought was just phenomenal, of the Battle of Crate. And I want to see if it's in here somewhere. Yes, okay, this. This to me feels like a Ralph McQuarrie painting. Like, it's just stunning. It feels like something from the 70s. Just the way that it's been painted is kind of, I don't know, it has a timeless quality to it. So that's pretty much it. Just some Last Jedi stuff. So I thought I'd do a quick Mail Day video, and I'm now actually drowning in my own sweat, so I should probably leave it there. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.
It's alright by me. Apart from the fact he throws cans of Carlin into a tree. Yeah, he's really cool. Yeah, he's really cool. But he's not quite as cool as you.